How are you doing?
I'm, actually, it's really nice to be doing something vaguely professional and to be able to publicize a film that brings a little bubble of joy for a couple of hours to people in these pretty hideous times.
I can share that feeling right now. So I know you have a good deal of animation experience, but this particular role does seem like one of the bigger, kookier roles you've played animation wise. So what is the key to make you feel comfortable in the booth to just go crazy with it?
Oh, well, it was Tony, the writer director, who just has the most infectious laugh. So the task, I know it's true for everybody else, is can you tell the story in a way that seems vaguely honest, but make Tony giggle so that the take is unusable? That was the challenge. And he encouraged me to go over the top and then over the top of that and then climb on top of that. And, it's Dick Dastardly. He is the original mustache twirling villain. So if you're not going to have fun doing him, where are you going to have fun?
What is it like taking an iconic character like this, but also bringing your own voice to him? Is it a situation where you are trying to pay homage to what existed before, or where you could find a balance between infusing yourself into it?
Well, the thing about Dick Dastardly in the cartoons, in the kind of 10-minute Saturday morning cartoons, or I saw them on Saturday morning, is that he's a pathetic and tragic loser and one of a big cast of Wacky Races. And when you're in a movie, you want the audience to have a big emotional experience. This film is about friendship and loyalty and many things like that. And so he had to be not quite as pathetic and not quite as much of a loser because you need to be fearful of him. He's got to provide some peril. Luckily, they drew him in his big, muscly upper body. I was waiting for this kind of lean, slightly hunched fool to come along. And if you look at any of the cartoons, he's got this kind of high, wheezy voice, somewhat akin to Muttley. And we gave him a bit more meat on his bones. So there's, you're paying homage in a spiritual sense, but you've also got to just forget all that and create something fresh and new that works for this story.
Speaking of the look of the character, I feel like if they ever did a live action version, you could pull it off. But if you had the opportunity to pick any of your animated characters and play them in a live action feature, who would you pick and why?
Well, I did Superman in Superman Under the Red Sun, which who wouldn't want to fly? Although I suspect it's not actually that comfortable having watched them all do Quidditch, balancing on broomsticks. I played Satan lots of times. I was in a Pixar film being a plane. That might be fun, but I was back to flying again. I don't know. I've done so many animated. I was in Avatar, the series of Avatar. Oh, I know who I'd be. I'd be the Inquisitor, Star Wars Rebels.
That is the right answer.
Because he has the coolest lightsaber in the entire Star Wars universe. He got the spinning red lightsaber
the entire time.
Yeah. So I had to think through them all.
In honor of Shaggy and Scooby, what is the most outrageous, ridiculous meal you like to make?
Oh God, I take a lot of things that don't belong together, mostly that have sugar, fat, and chocolate in them, and I melt them together, and I make sure that no one is going to see, and I eat it all, and sometimes throw a banana in so I can fool myself there is a health component.
Putting ideas in my head for later.
Ice cream, chocolate, marshmallows. It really doesn't matter. If it once had fat and sugar, I'll eat it.
Yeah, great minds right here. Thank you so much for your time and congratulations on the movie.
Thanks very much. Hope everyone enjoys the film.